Um, but when you really think about it, it comes down to you. And you have to remain real with yourself and the work that you're putting in, and, kind of compare is what you're putting in or what you're getting out, what you're putting in, whatever. And you have to check in with yourself. Are you being consistent? Are you doing like the grit work, like the live videos, the parties? Are you posting? The sorry guys, trying to set my phone up like on my laptop. The parties that we do are the private conversations that we do are like the bulk of the business, so you have to make sure that you're doing that stuff, and then of course believing in yourself. So I kind of looked up some ways. I before every call I do like a bunch of research and try and compile like the best information that I think will help you guys with your business, and that I find good for myself. So anyway, there was a website, and I picked up 6 different ways to help get your mindset in check, and I felt like it was also the most important to me whenever I kind of thought about mindset and what is important with that. So starting off, no negativity. Obviously, that's a huge one. We want to remain positive, because when sorry guys, this phone, like, I feel like it's falling. I just put a pop socket on my phone. You guys know what those are? And I have dropped my phone more since I put the pop socket on it that's supposed to help you from not dropping it. And I can't set it up anywhere because my phone now has the weird, anyway. That was off topic. Okay, so no negativity, especially when you are thinking about people wanting to join your team or being interested in the business. If you are posting not attractive things, people aren't going to want to join you. And I know I've said that before, but it's so true. I can't even remember who had posted it, but I know I had shared it in the Glam Girls group before. Yes. I know I had shared it in the Glam Girls group before my Facebook thing, but I actually went to Haley's page before I went live, and I found the same post, but I didn't write down who said it. But some person who's like a network marketing speaker or whatever had said prospects hate pessimism, negativity, blaming others, feeling sorry for yourself, and whining. And that's so true, because if you do any of those things, people are not going to want to join you. And I also watched an Eric Worre video. I'm a big fan of his, and I'm going to say exactly what he said from his video, because I was like, oh my gosh, that is good. He said, don't be the TMZ of your business, like focused all in the drama and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's good. He said, stories are, they can be entertaining if you know like who quit the business and who did this and all the drama, right? Because you can fester in that and like get sucked in. But even though it can be entertaining or amusing, if you're too focused on that, you don't have time for your own business. And you need to use the time that you have to focus on your team and your organization and stuff, because those people deserve it, right? And to focus on your yeah, thanks, Brandy. To focus on your own skills. If it doesn't serve you, you have to let it go. And just like Brandy said, just like positive things can duplicate, right? Everything is a duplication. Yeah, sorry. Negativity can duplicate too, so we don't want that. And that's one reason that like we're really big about not allowing negativity in our team pages. Haley started that, really, I guess. I don't really know. And then Bree kind of picked up on that and was big on like, don't be posting negative stuff in my page. And at first I was like, man, she's bossy. And I really was. Like, whenever I first joined her page, I'm like, gosh, I'm not going to post it all because I don't want to come across as negative. And then I realized, like, no, it's important, because when one person posts any kind of negative comment, then the next person comes in with something to add to it. And it's like a freaking storm of craziness, right? And if just like negativity can be duplicated, positivity can as well. So we all need to be positive. Hey, Kim. And the second thing about keeping your mindset in check is associating with the right people. It's super important to surround yourself with people that have the same goals and ideas and things as you, and people that lift you up. You want people that are positive around you, and you want to cut out all of the negativity. And another thing is vow not to say bad things about yourself or others. You want to lift others up and lift yourself up. Again, when we're positive, we all rise. Everybody. I thought I lost my contact down the drain. Oh no, that's awful. Okay, so the third thing with keeping your mindset in check is daily affirmations. And so this is something that like everybody always talks about. And I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds great. You know, confessing. Like, okay. Yeah, yeah, exactly. About yourself and about what you want in your business is, it sounds great, right? But I started like really thinking about it, and I'm like, why do people say to do this? Why should we do this? And so I did like more research on it, because I'm like, I don't want to just be telling people like, hey, you should do this, or like doing it just to do it, right? But there's actual science behind it. When you actually like your brain, it's the way your brain works. And so anyway, I'm going to read just a few things that I wrote down. 3 things that you want to make sure with your daily affirmation. I'm going to tell you guys these 3 things, and then I'm going to tell you some of the research that I did, and it might be a little boring, but I found it really interesting, so bear with me. I was stuck on the inside of the lid. Oh my gosh, yep, that's happened to me before. Okay, so with your daily affirmations, you want to use present tense. You don't want to use I will or I used to, because you want to work in the present. You also want to use only positive words, of course, positive affirmations. And then you want to say things that are fact and truth, like I am, I do, not I might, or I could. You want to be specific, right? So something that I was reading, it was talking about like when you watch a scary movie, even though you're not in immediate danger, your body starts to react, like your palms get sweaty or your heart starts racing, things like that. And it's the way that our brain works. And that's the exact same reason you want to use present tense when you are talking about daily affirmations, because our brain reacts in the same present way. And you want to set your brain up for success now, like working in that present way, not just for in the future. So another thing that I wrote down is your brain is constantly looking for clues to filter your environment and guide your actions so it picks up on influence. So you can actually construct and control how your brain is like perceiving things. So some examples that I wrote down of positive affirmations: I'm awesome, I'm amazing, I'm smart, I'm gorgeous, I'm perfect the way I am, I attract new team members every day, I radiate success, I easily accomplish all of my goals. And okay, so I'm just going to read through this. Many times positive affirmations can feel like you're lying to yourself. And at first I was like, I don't know, like I'm just saying these positive things. But when I kept reading this, I was like, oh, that's good. Okay, so it can seem unnatural to repeat something that you might believe is untrue. And that is so true, because a lot of times when you're like, I can easily accomplish all of my goals. No, it takes work. You know, sometimes you would like fight yourself with this. And it said that the website I was looking at, it was talking about like that whenever you say these things, you feel like discomfort or tension. And so immediately you want to like not say the positive affirmations, because you do feel that discomfort. But the discomfort is really good, because when you feel that way, that is the exact like affirmations that you need to focus on. And the exact quote that it said was, you'll either change the affirmation to make it comfortable, or you'll change your lifestyle and habits to make the affirmation true. And I was like, whoa, that is awesome. That's so true. So the things that you're saying that seem kind of like, I don't know about this, like this seems a little unrealistic, or it's untrue, that's the ones you want to focus on, because we want to, you know, be speaking positivity into ourselves and into what we're doing, and really training our brain and our mindset into believing that the things that we're saying are going to happen. Cheryl, you look like you had something to say.
This is going to sound silly.
Go ahead.
Did y'all ever watch Saturday Night Live? Positive Affirmations with Stuart Smalley. I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh dog it, people like me.
That's great. So
That's
I was going to add, when I was at convention, that was something that I don't remember who it was that talked about it. That's something that they talked about. And I'd heard it talked about a million times. But when I came, and I maybe had done it once or twice, but it felt really phony. It felt really stupid. And honestly, like, if I feel stupid doing something, I usually, like, really stupid doing something, it might have been. I usually don't keep doing it. So I hadn't done it. And then I went to convention, and it was something I remember somebody talking about. It may have even been just somebody that I was like chit-chatting with during a class, who was, you know, above me. And I was like, I want to be like her. And so I came home and I was like, I'm going to start doing that. And on YouTube, they have tons of like affirmation videos that are for success or for whatever it is that you have going on in your life that you want to change, right? So I started playing them on my way home from the school, like just the drive from my school or my kids' school to my house every morning. And I would repeat them, but I felt really still stupid doing it. And I didn't want anyone in my life to know that I was doing it, because the last thing I needed was my kids, especially, you know, I have teenagers, like making fun of me for being like, I am successful. I attract customers everywhere I go. Like, I just didn't want them to make fun of me, right? And so, like, it was a closet thing, right? So, yes. So then I started coming home, and like I had a couple of classes that I was in that had like positive affirmations as a part of the class. And so I had downloaded their like what are they called, podcasts, to my iPhone, and was listening to it while I would clean. I would have my headphones in, or I would just blare it and listen to it as I cleaned, and I would repeat everything. And then I noticed that my son was like repeating after me, and I was like, that's pretty cool. So then I started playing, I have like positive affirmations saved on my phone that are to start my daughter's day at school. And so on the way to school in the morning, we either listen to positive affirmation like music, which there's tons of music that does that, or we listen to tapes that have the quotes, and she says them out loud with me. And since we started doing that, they have like a color scale thing in their class, and she was getting like green or light blue every day. She has ADHD, so it's really hard for her to have a super good day. And since then, she's been getting purple a lot. And with purple, they get a prize at the end of the day. They get to get in the treasure chest. Since we started doing that, she started getting really high up there. Completely unrelated to business, but it shows that it will work for like, and I mean, I feel like it really works. And the months that I'm doing it, I feel like business, although I'm still working, it just feels easier. Like it feels like some of that pressure is taken off. Maybe because in my brain, it's working even when I'm not. Like,
yeah, I was so interested. Like, I guess I'm kind of a person that, like, when I do things, I want a reason that I'm doing them. I don't just want to do it and like not have a reason. So that's why I was like really looking at it. I'm like, why do positive affirmations work? You know, like, and so then I started really reading, and it was like, it's a brain thing. Like everything, you know, you're training your brain to think that way. Rob talks a lot about starting your day with positive affirmations that empower you. Yep. Yeah. You know, the more I read into it, so if you're kind of like me, go research it, go search it out. Cause I was like, that is awesome.
and
So
I'll fall right back into that, The Secret. Because
yes.
to me is a lot about positive affirmation. Even though it's about like manifesting, thinking about what you want out of life, that book and that movie, to me, a lot of it is diving right into positive affirmations. So it was like a couple years in a row that people had talked to me about that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm going to keep rolling on. The fourth way that you can use to get your mindset into check is making sure you know how to adapt to challenges. We have a business, and we always have challenges, whether it be back orders, like the other day, Brandy got a box in on her live video, and it was missing one of her products. Like, she could have freaked out. She could have whatever. No, you just have to you just have to deal with it. We're a business. We're not perfect. We have growing pains. I can tell you guys from all the craziness from the starting of my, yeah, from the starting of my business, we've had, 3D fiber lashes when that was pretty much our only product that we had. They went on back order at Christmas time. And that was like the only product I sold at the time because we didn't have many products to choose from. We've had foundations go on back order. We've had tons of things happen. I remember one time whenever I first started the business, something happened and everybody, like, because Unique used to, before I was like all on the computer, they used to actually send like a little check sheet in your box of everything that came in your box, because they would print these sheets out and then they like hand put the check sheet in there with your products and then close the box, packed it up themselves, you know, before it was all kind of done more broad scale. But somehow everybody's address, like the names and the addresses, got off one person. So it had Becca Taylor with the next person, and then it had Cheryl with the next person, you know. So everybody got all these boxes wrong, and Unique was like, the first statement they put out was, okay, everybody is going to get a box sent to them. You're going to put all your stuff back in the box and ship it back to corporate. We're paying for it, you know, and then we'll send you the right stuff. And then they realized that was going to cost a lot. And so then they said, no, we're going to ship out the right stuff. Just keep the stuff that you got. So I ended up with a box full of makeup that I hadn't even ordered, and we just kept it. And that happened to tons of people. It was a huge, like, company-wide thing. And that is, it just shows there are issues. There are always going to be issues. It just happens. But you have to be able to overcome and to adapt past those. And to see the good in every situation. I feel like every situation, even whenever it's negative, you can find a positive. If one product's on back order, focus on something else. Shift your focus. Find something else to showcase. We have tons of products.
Yeah, when we had when the foundation went out of stock, I mean, I had been selling that foundation like crazy. I was pretty new, and I probably had sold like 50 foundations. It was crazy. And then the foundation went out of stock, and I was like, so I started selling BB cream and the powder together, and oh my, heck, that was more PRS anyway. But I started selling the BB cream and the powder foundation to everyone, and everybody loved it. I mean, like, I just completely changed my focus, and I stopped talking about the foundation at all, as if it was never a product. Like,
yeah. And then when it comes back, you can bounce back to it. And that's really something that's important anyway, is to be flexible like that, because usually, 1 second, let me read this really fast. Sorry, I have to like open a separate screen. Remember last all the problems with the internet, and I end up getting more. Yeah, it happens. There's glitches, things happen. But if you are able to adapt and to overcome and kind of like shift your focus, it's better anyway. And you can use it as a bonus in your business. You can tell people, you know, oh, our product was so popular that it sold out. So, you know, here's what we got, but this one you're going to have to wait on. But it shows that we have high demand.
Yeah, and that happens with like the people like Kylie Jenner and, you know, different big makeup cosmetics companies. They sell out of their stuff like really fast. So, and everybody still wants it. So it's not like because it's sold out, oh, well, never mind, I'm never going to order that. Like,
yeah,
if you keep up with your customers, you can tell them when it's back, and they'll still, most of them will still order, as long as you're not like hounding them like, hey.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And yeah, I feel like that's exactly right. Okay, so number 5 on keeping your mindset in check is owning your individuality. We have to remember that we're all completely different, and that you do have something special about you. Regardless if you believe it or not, you have something special about you. And you altogether, I mean, I don't want to just say you, because I am in the same exact boat. We have to stop doubting our talents and abilities. Each of us have talents, and each of us are gifted in different areas. It's so easy to look at people and be like, oh my gosh, she does better makeup than me, or her videos look better, or you know, she's naturally beautiful and I need makeup on to look pretty. You know, it's really easy to compare yourself to others. And even not just in like the makeup aspect, in your entire unique journey. I could look at people that joined around the same time as me and be like, oh my gosh, everybody's black status and I'm green status. But you have to focus on yourself and what you're doing. And remember that you won't get anywhere in business or even in your life if you don't believe in yourself. And something that I read somewhere and I was like, oh, that's good, I gotta share that, is how can you uplift others if you don't feel uplifted yourself? So you have to you know, give yourself the give yourself the love. And remember, you are the only you on this planet, and that is worth sharing. No one else can do it for you. You have to do that. So and then the last thing on getting your mindset in check is being grateful. Be grateful for everything that you have. And something that I was reading online about being grateful, and I was like, that's kind of a neat idea, I might start doing that, is it was this guy's article and he was talking about he keeps a grateful journal, and like anytime he feels down on himself, he'll go back and read all of the things that he has, and the positive things he's done and accomplished, and just the happiness around him, and it really like helps him see the blessings he has and the things around him. So I thought that was kind of interesting and an idea that someone might pick up on or like. So anyway, that's really all I have. I don't know if anyone has anything they want to share or add. Yeah, a devotional is really good too. That's true. That's really true. If anyone wants to share anything or ask any questions, you might have to unmute yourself. I don't know.
Are we allowed to use our purple card to order makeup?
Mm-hmm.
We are, right? It's not accepting my card. I don't know what's happening. I'm ordering customers that sent me money that I need to order for. They sent me money over the weekend, so. And
I want people to send me money. I want people to send me money.
You're too funny.
We're being honest, right?
You're hilarious.
I try.
I was hoping they wouldn't notice it.
Let's see. What did him say?
Yes, we can use our own debit cards.
Yeah. Debit, credit, PayPal.
It's working now. I must have put a number in wrong. No?
They were smart. They wouldn't have, because there's no way they would have survived stopping and fighting.
That is weird.
Whatever. Okay, PayPal it.
I don't know if you got
debit for the win.
Yeah. You know, I noticed that for myself, I noticed that my mindset can change everything. And the things that I have going on in my personal life can completely start to impact my business, because I get so worried about things or I get stressed out about things that I have trouble refocusing. Now, for me, Unique is my escape. Like this is where I go. It's my happy place. Like when I start doing anything business related, I can normally let all of those worries and everything go away. Mm-hmm. But sometimes I have such a hard time disconnecting that it's like I can't do business because I'm so absorbed in whatever it is that's going on. And so for me, that's where those positive affirmations seem to make a huge difference for me, because when I'm doing those, it's easy for me to let all those things go, because like obviously they're not worthy of my time. They're that big of a problem that they're bringing me down, because usually it's, not my life, it's the outside impact, Mm-hmm. So, and even things like today, my battery, like actually last night, my daughter called me at 11:30 at night. I had let her drive my car. She was at Walmart and the freaking car would not start. So we had to like stop what we were doing, and it wouldn't start even once we got there. It was like 30 minutes that we could not get the car to start. I thought we were going to have to leave it, but we got it. I got a new battery today, moving right along. Like it was just, and honestly, before Unique, I probably at Christmas time, a new battery, I probably would have been like, oh no, great, there goes Christmas.
What else is going to go wrong?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
To me, it's like, all right, well, $150 for a battery. Here we go. And I wouldn't have been like that 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I would have been in tears, crying because that was Christmas presents I wasn't going to be able to buy, or we weren't going to be able to go out for, I wasn't going to be able to do anything for my birthday. Like, it would have been, it would have negatively impacted several days of December, not just 1 hour. It would have, and it didn't even negatively affect me because I was just like, okay, well, tomorrow morning I'll go get a new battery. If that's what it is, we'll get it tested. And before Unique, I wouldn't have done that. Like, and what I'm saying is not that Unique it's changed my life in a million ways, but it's that I see things so much more positively because I focus on that, because I've made that a big part of my life. And I feel like I always try to look at the bright side of things, but sometimes it took me a while to get there. Sometimes it really took me a while. And now it just seems to kind of come pretty naturally to me that, okay, well, moving right along. And I did not used to be like that.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way in that aspect. I always thought I was a pretty positive person, but now I feel like no matter what happens, like I'm always looking for the positive. My husband, he's really good at being negative. Like he's like really negative. I don't know if it's the army. He blames it on the army, but I'm like, you're negative. But like anything that goes wrong, he's like, bah humbug. And I'm like over here like, oh, it's okay, and I think sometimes it annoys him, like how positive I am. But oh my gosh, like I don't, and I feel like it is because of Unique. Like maybe the trainings that I've been through, maybe the way I've trained my own brain to work, but I live in a positive world. It's not always like, and I've said this before, I used to get so mad at people that were like, oh, life is unicorns and rainbows and sunshine and stuff. And I'm like, I'm that person now. Like, I just see the positive. So I don't know, just getting your mindset right is a really good place to be. And I know we all have crappy things that happen. So I'm not saying that you have to like be phony or fake, because yeah, we have crappy days. But not living like forever in that muddled mess of negativity is what is the like main importance. I don't know if anyone else has anything.
I hung out in a very negative place, even with my other Unique journey. I separated it Y1 and Y2.
Yes.
Y1 was a very negative 2 years. But it was that negativity begets negativity. My sponsor was negative. My entire upline was negative. So therefore, everything that I did was negative. And it didn't matter, I can get super frustrated and be like, okay, Cheryl, I need 2 seconds, bleh, and like word vomit the vent, and it's over. And we're back to unicorns and rainbows and happy puppies.
Yeah.
But where before it would be like, oh, that sale fell through. Something as simple as like a mascara falling through. I would have sat there for like weeks and been like, well, why didn't they want my mascara? Why didn't they want to buy it from me? And what did I do? Whose Cheerios did I pee in that they didn't want to buy from me?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I was.
Yeah.
Even in my, Unique break in that time that we don't talk about, I was still the same way, Well, why are they successful and I'm not? Stuff like that. And it's after hearing Amber Voigt talk at convention in 2016, it really kind of flipped a switch, and it's easier once you stop dwelling on the negative. I was told in nursing school, you get 5 minutes on your pity pot a day. And you take that 5 minutes and you enjoy that 5 minutes, and then you get over it and you move on.
Yeah.
And it makes a big difference.
It does. Yeah.
And happy birthday, Adrian.
Yes. Happy birthday, Adrian.
Birthday!
Thank you.
I actually totally forgot about that. I was going to bring like a little cupcake and be like, happy birthday. But you don't want to hear me sing too. So
Wait, I made a cake. Should I go get the cake?
yes, get the cake.
Okay.
Smash it your phone, like you're
Oh,
smashing.
Smash it on your phone.
And then be positive because you're not going to be negative that cake got in your camera.
I'll just show you a picture of it. There's the cake. Enjoy.
Nice.
That's better. That's better. What do you say? Happy birthday. Yay.
Thank you.
All right. Does anyone have any other questions? If not, I'm going to try and jump off here so we're not too long tonight. Hopefully this kind of helps everybody get in the right mindset. Let's see. What is today? Today is the 10th. Well, 11th for me, but 10th. And
Girls like, yeah.
Girls like, we're close to the 12th. No, I'm just kidding. All the way over here. Yeah. So I'm just trying to think. We're halfway through the month almost. So remember, everything I think in the US needs to be ordered by the 15th, I think, for the Christmas shipping.
And see, I haven't even heard anything, so thank you.
Yeah,
it's posted on the Glam Girls. I don't think it's in a separate post. Lisa asked about it, and I commented. But I can make a separate post about it. I'll do that because it needs to be posted in a separate post.
I remember they are going to do some sort of expedited shipping too, right?
I think so. The only about that is usually it's a limited number per day, and sometimes expedited shipping takes as long as normal shipping. So you just have to be careful with that. You really never know with holiday season and every like blizzard and crazy weather, whatever. We can never really.
Yeah, we had an issue with here with our cheer girls. A big issue. Our girls almost didn't have their uniforms for their show next weekend because of shipping.
Yeah. It's crazy. So better safe than sorry. Definitely like instruct your customers to get their stuff now if they're still trying to get stuff for.
What I mean by saying that they're going to have the expedited shipping is that you play it, you talk about the fact that the last day for shipping is the 15th, but remember that you don't quit working after the 15th because you can still use expedited shipping for it to get there in time.
Yeah, and you're still gonna have people wanting makeup. I remember watching some video. I don't even remember who it was, but it was like it's a great thing selling what we do because it's not like people are like, oh, I want to go buy makeup on December 17th or January 3rd is the day I always purchase mascara. No, people always need refills like at random times. So we have good products that people want all the time, regardless of holidays. We just want to capitalize on the fact Christmas is coming. So
one of the things that actually made me choose Unique when I was doing all my research in all those months before I actually reached out to you, Becca, was the fact that when I looked it up, I was looking up different, things that you can sell at home. And it said that makeup, beauty products are recession proof. People are willing to spend money on their tried and true beauty products, no matter how little money they have. If they know this is the only mascara that works for me, they're going to buy it. If this is the only foundation that looks good and doesn't settle in my fine lines, I'm going to buy it, even if that means that I have to eat beans this week. Like, that's how people view beauty products.
I think that's completely true because I have tons of customers who are like, I have to wait till payday, but I'm going to get my foundation. And I'm like, okay, like, and that's another reason we don't ever want to like judge anyone. Oh, they might not have money to buy the makeup that I have or whatever, because a lot of people are willing to spend the money on the makeup, even if they don't have money for everything else living. I might not pay rent, but I'm going to have long lashes. But
it's kind of sad, but it's true. People, I mean, women care about their looks more than like anything. Except maybe their kids. Maybe.
That's hilarious. Does anyone have any other questions, like not even related to tonight, like about anything else before we jump off? I just want to make sure you guys have an opportunity to talk or ask if you have anything to share. Nope.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Angela for coming and hanging out with us the whole time.
Yeah. Alyssa's back on. Woo woo. I saw her unboxing video of her stuff.
It was so awesome, right? She's like, oh, I was so excited.
Yeah, me too. I went and watched it. I don't even know why it came across on my timeline, but I'm like, ooh, I gotta like her page. Ooh, I gotta watch her video.
I
Yeah.
shared, shouted her out and shared it.
Yeah, maybe that's why it came across. So much stuff's on my news feed. I'm just like liking and comment. Right. Yeah. If I see it, I try and give it some love.
I have one.
Oh, yeah, go.
No, I was just going to say, so I wanted to share a meeting actually, and I had forgot, but then I remember. So last night, I thought, I'm not going to do a live video. And so I wanted to kind of, because I've not done it yet, Well, I mean, I did the one, but to doing my makeup and stuff. Oh, you guys, I have so much practicing to do. It's crazy because I'm like this, and I'm like this, and but I did it in here in the bedroom as I was doing my makeup. And then I look like a clown half the time because I can't, because I mean, it's been a long time since I've, done the real glamour side for myself. And I mean, it's fun. I love it. But I was just like, but the first video was like 8 minutes. And then I had to stop because I had to let the dogs out. And then this happened. I was like, oh no, this is. So, but, I thought, I was thinking about sharing like my goof, like, how they are. I mean, probably be 4 or 5 different ones so we could all get a laugh at it, because and then you guys could maybe give me some tips on whatever, but don't laugh at my makeup.
No, so I can tell you about that. Like a lot of times people will share their bloopers, and I think that is more like relatable and actually like hilarious. And it's like when you can find like the place where you can laugh at yourself and just like learn past it, I think it's a great place to be in, because I used to be like, oh my gosh, what happens if I mess up? But like I've seen so many people mess up or myself mess up, and now I'm just like, well, whoops, like oh my gosh, I about died laughing on Cheryl's video when she was showing her lip sparkle, and she's like, I am not going to dump this lip sparkle, and then boop, there it goes, like she dumps it all over her stuff. And then guess what? Payback, because I was showing off my lip sparkle, and I was like, I had a friend who was showing hers off and she dumped it like on my live video, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that. And then I'm showing mine, and I was like, oh gosh, I just dumped it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And so then I'm like, but like being in that place, one of my like most memorable people that I watched, and I actually follow her now. She's Black status now. When I first started following her, I think she was like yellow status. Her name is Billy Wick. One of my favorite videos was a unique video, and she was showing off her Splurge cream shadow. And she opens it up and she's like, I just got this in. I'm so excited about this color. And she lifts it up. And if you don't know, the sparkly splurges, they don't stay in their little things. So she lifts it up and it goes right in her sink. And her face just like, and so she picks it back up and puts it in the pot. But her name's Billy. And so then she started the hashtag SpillyBilly. And it was hilarious. Like this, I just cracked up. Like I watched that video so many times because her face when it happened. So things like that, people think are hilarious and they laugh along with you. And I promise you, majority of the people out there will watch you because they are the exact same way with their makeup skills. Like most of us aren't makeup artists. People want to learn and be silly and be fun and be entertained and stuff. So definitely it's a thing.
I don't even know the word for it. Raw footage.
Yeah.
The lighting was horrible too, which, I've been trying to work on lighting situation here, and I thought, let's just see. But I'm like all up on the camera like this and just, yeah. I'll share it, you guys. And, because I laugh at myself all the time, daily, a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so awkward, I don't know. And I'm very socially awkward.
Yeah. I have learned to laugh at myself as well, because if not, I'd be like, oh, such a failure. Oh, no. I'm like, I just got to laugh it off. I'm not a makeup artist, and I am not, I'm not put together. I'm super clumsy, and I always like am making messes, and yeah.
Yeah. And I think
I have a girl that I admire completely. Her makeup skills are like crazy, crazy good. and her and I've been talking and trying to get her to join us. But she just invested a whole lot of money in another company, so she's having to figure out what she's gonna do. And she was like, I just love watching your videos. I watch you all the time because your makeup is you're so good at it. And I was like, who are you talking to?
You are good.
Me?
You are good.
She was like, you are. And I was like, no, Michaela's good. You're good. I'm just like figuring it out. Like every day. And
Yeah,
like,
and see, that's one of my things too is trying to figure out lingo. You know, like when things are coming in and what's hot and you know what. And so I have no clue, and that's why I mean I really want to put another video out, but I don't feel confident. And I know that's not a positive affirmation, but you know, and we are our worst critics. You know.
Yeah.
Well, for me, just on that whole confidence thing, for me, what changed it for me, I don't do pre-recorded videos.
Really?
I do lives. Because
Yeah.
if I recorded video, I will edit the crap out of it and I will keep, oh man, that's horrible. And I will say the same thing. I will have I could even write myself a script and have it sitting there and I will say something completely stupid and ridiculous every time.
Did you just say that
I don't do that.
Did you just say that you write stuff down and you put it in front of you?
Yeah, sometimes I'll do that. Like
I kind of did that with this one, and I realized, and I think it was in my glasses, I seen the reflection in the notebook, and I was like, oh no. So I thought I need to get some note cards and make footnotes, you know, put it over to the side or something, put them different place. I don't know, whatever, sticky notes, something, you know.
So I'll do all live videos, and I'll write myself like a sticky note full of things that I need to make sure I say, and I'll even say during my live video, let me just check and make sure I've got everything here. Like, I just say it, like, I forget.
Great. Well, I mean, and I mean, the thing is with social media, I mean, if you think about it, you know, you know, if you had a party like there at home, well, yeah, you got to ad lib with it. You know what I mean? So I guess it's the same thing. I got to just get over the fact that it's public and I don't know the people that's looking at my stuff. And I'm like, oh, you know.
Videos for me are completely they destroy my confidence level because I don't watch my lives back like hardly ever. If someone tells me to watch it, like, oh, you've got to see this part, I'll be like, what second was it at? Tell me what the thing was.
I think that's another thing
to watch the whole because I'll start stressing about it.
Right.
About something that I did not do right. Usually my eyebrow.
Yeah, I don't even know. My eyebrows are a hot mess, and I don't even know. I was gonna ask you guys, can you put the lash serum on the eyebrows?
Yes.
Okay. I was thinking somebody somewhere I seen that you could do that, but I don't remember where. And they were putting it on it instead of their eyelashes, you know. And like I talk about this in this video, like how because I pull in my eyelashes, so the bottom part I don't have hardly any lashes because I'm just always it's just a tick I have, you know. Guess I'm Jennifer's nerve sometimes. She laughs at me like, "What taking?"
That's funny. I'm the same way. Pre-recorded videos. The only time I might do pre-recorded videos is when I'm doing like a welcome for parties, so I can share it into like multiple things. But yeah, live videos I think are definitely the way to go. Whenever obviously Unique started, and whenever I started with Unique, they didn't have live videos, and I would do some pre-recorded videos, but I kid you not, like I would put on my makeup and then watch the video back, and I'm like, that I didn't say the right thing. I said something wrong. I have to take my whole makeup off and redo it. Like I was that kind of person. Like I was so obsessed with it being perfect, and I'm that way anyway. Like I'm the kind of person I can write down like a grocery list, and if I have to scribble one thing off, I want to rewrite the entire list because I don't like the scribbles. Like I like things to be neat and orderly. So I think that was like huge for me because I would never want to post my videos. And my mom's like, quit like obsessing about watching all this training and then you're never like working and actually posting stuff. And I'm like, because it wasn't perfect. I have to redo it. Like I'm gonna have to remake it. And she's like, stop.
I would spend when my dad was alive and lived here, I would come upstairs. I had my office upstairs at the time. I would come upstairs and I would sit here for like 6 hours straight, just redoing videos and videos and videos and videos and videos, just like over and over and over again, trying to get it right. And then I'd come downstairs and he would be like, how'd you do today? And I'd be like, well, I don't have a single video. And he's like, what have you been doing up there? I'm like, oh, I've made like 300 videos, but I don't have a single one.
For us talking about this actually. And like I really think like as much as live still terrifies me and I still get nervous from it, I feel like it's a business saver for a lot of people because you don't have that. You just go live and I mean you're just gonna do what you do, and if you mess up, I mean I guess you can delete it later if you're that or like
I watch it to know if
about it, but
what
I was
I do
Are
now,
you guys?
go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I'm thinking. I'm one of those. If I don't say what I'm thinking at the moment, it's gone.
there you
But
go.
because I feel like I can say this and not be judged, but I smoke pot because I have different health issues, and so these videos. That's what I'm saying. Half the time, I'm not even gonna know what I'm saying probably because I'll be like, But if you guys happen to see my eyes bloodshot or something, I think that's probably what it is. I mean, I don't do it to get high. I get, it's so that medicinal. But oh my gosh, there's so many things that I worry like, and I shouldn't. But it's like, okay, well, I want to advertise and I want to put out like Christmas stuff and New Year's stuff, but I don't have the product. And then, but then when I smoke, I'm like, oh wait, no, I'm ready to do this. It's just,
Yeah.
oh, that's all.
That's for my welcome videos, this is one thing I was going to say. For my welcome videos now, what I'm planning to do is use the Snapchat filters to do all of those like pre-recorded video. All of my pre-recorded stuff will be Snapchat filtered. Like it'll all just be funny and cutesy and whatever because those I don't mind. Like I watch those back and I feel fine about them because they're funny, right? But when I record just a pre-recorded video, I feel like an idiot every time.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I have
matter.
no issues rewatching my Snapchat videos. Really?
I don't Snapchat. I have to learn about that.
Oh, it's fun.
Is it?
Yeah.
Have
That's
Snapchat in Australia in a row? It's worth it just for the filters, just for the cute little video filters. It's totally worth it. You don't even have to actually use it for Snapchat. Just use it for the filters. Download the video. Yeah.
Yeah, you can make those cute videos and they're really eye-catching and usually they're like 10 to 15 seconds long and you can send them. You don't have to actually like send them to anybody. I rarely actually use my Snapchat for sending things to people. I get on and they have different filters for different locations like Brandy's showing you, but I actually I was like, where's my phone? I can show you guys. I'm on my phone. I'm so blonde. But anyway, they have different filters, and so they had one, and it was really cute. It was a little girl with shopping bags in her hands, and she was making snow angels and like holding the shopping bags. And I recorded myself for like 10 seconds because it only has like this part. It had like a little hat and a full outfit. It only had your face, and so it just has my face, and I just like look around and like smile and make funny faces and stuff. So I recorded myself for like 10 seconds doing that. And then I took that little short clip and put it on Viva Video. It's like a video app. And I just added like some music to it. And I posted that in my parties. And I was just like, don't forget to do your last minute shopping. It's something super cute. And it catches their attention because it's not just a picture of me. It's not anything like unique graphic related, and it was so easy to do. Even if I would have added the music, I think it actually had music on there, but mine for some reason I had Beauty and the Beast playing in the background, and I was like, I have to switch that up. But
I think that it catches more people's attention because Snapchat is so huge right now that when people see, they know it's a Snapchat filter, and they're more likely to click on it and be like, oh wait, I feel like some of my potentials are like more willing to watch the little Snapchat videos than they are my other videos because they know it's only like 15 seconds. They know it's a Snapchat filter because they're on Snapchat so frequently. And I don't know. I have people comment when I do use Snapchat things. I have like people who've never talked to me ever, like sending me messages like, oh, I loved your Snapchat video you posted on Facebook. And I'm like, who are you? So, I mean, my plan is to just use those for any pre-recorded anything.
Yeah.
because I know that I don't pick myself apart in those.
Yeah, it's super easy and fun. And most of them, it's like a stupid filter or like something funny anyway. Like,
learning your
I don't know-
strengths or weaknesses and playing to them is super important.
yeah, exactly.
That's, for me, that's what works.
Yeah, that's true. Anything else before we jump off here? Thank you guys for hopping on and sticking with us, chatting. All right, well, I guess we will see you guys next week. Bye, guys. Have a good
Bye.
Bye.